There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, how can I get no relief? Begging men, they drink my wine, and plowmen dig my herbs, but none of them along the line, no one any of his world. Hey, good morning. How you doing? You're on the Robert Jeter Show, Blues and the News. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. Off the cuff, unedited. Just giving you my 3 cents about what's going on in the world. So yesterday was a big day here in the United States of America. Our president officially dropped out as the nominee for the election coming up in November. He doesn't want to run anymore, but he says he will, stay in power for the rest of this term anyway. Whether he's able to do anything or not, and that's another question. And there's so many questions around this whole story with President Biden. I guess he's still really the president, of the United States. Kamala, of course, is waiting to take over. Will she be able to gain traction and beat President Donald J. Trump? Well, we shall see. I don't think she's going to have much chance. And it's the whole story about what was going on in the background, how they wanted to get rid of Biden a long time ago. And so they was just trying to figure out the best way to do it. And so they just sort of like crowned Kamala, the giggler, as the anointed nominee to be president of the United States. In the meantime, actually before Biden's speech, we had Bibi Netanyahu in the front of Congress, and he gave such a powerful, meaningful, inspirational speech, I must say. We needed that. At first, I was hesitant about him coming from Israel now, with everything that's going on in the United States, with all the intrigue with Trump, who was almost killed last week, and with the fight in the Democratic Party and Biden's slow demise. But that speech had to be given, and I realize now that he was right to come now, because things going on in Israel, the things that are going on in Israel, are coming to a head very quickly. So decisions have to be made. In fact, I think Netanyahu is speaking with Biden today, and then Trump tomorrow, Mar-a-Lago. But Iran knows that Trump could get back in power in the next 6 months or so. So if it wants to destroy Israel, it has to do it now. So they are grouping all their proxies and surrounding Israel. Of course, they've been surrounding Israel, but more and more so. And you can see how dangerous it is for Israel. I mean, there's the last attack by a drone made in America, no less, that came from Yemen and went all the way to Tel Aviv. I mean, that's when they start reaching Tel Aviv, which is in the heart of Israel, and, a place where they don't usually feel the effects of war. When it goes that far, there's something up, and that's getting more and more dangerous. So, of course, Israel attacked a port in Yemen and destroy that port, because he knows it can't take that kind of threat. But the threat is real everywhere. From the north, the Hezbollah are becoming stronger and stronger and throwing more and more weapons towards Israel. Already there's, probably 100,000 people that have been displaced from the north and living as refugees in their own country. Of course, Netanyahu went through all this in the speech and saying how America and Israel were forever allied as friends. I hope that's true. The one thing about that speech that really brought a tear to my eye is when he introduced 3 Israeli heroes who were there in the audience. In fact, one of the hostages, Noah, was there as well, who had just been rescued, and she was rescued right before her mother died of cancer. Another heart-wrenching story. So many heart-wrenching stories coming from Israel. But anyway, one fellow was a Bedouin Arab, so he was an Arab, but he fought in the Israeli army and was a hero. Another one was an Ethiopian, and this is an amazing story. He ran when he heard what was going on, on October the 7th. He didn't have a car, and he was 8 miles away. He got his gun and ran 8 miles to fight against the terrorists, against Hamas. Amazing. And then there was another guy, a white guy, who had lost an arm and one eye, but he was still willing to go back. He was a tank commander. He's going back in action after losing an arm and an eye. Amazing stuff. Amazing. Real heroes. And then we have these people on the left who say, oh, love and peace, oh, genocide, oh, how we feel so sorry for the poor Palestinians. They're terrorist people. They're raised to be terrorists, and the only reason they're alive is to kill a Jew and destroy Israel. And coming after us as well, because Iran wants to destroy America as well. They see it as a world jihad. And these ignorant people are being used in the worst way. And all these protests that you see outside the Capitol out in Washington doing Netanyahu's speech were just an insult to the integrity and to the greatness of the United States. They want to bring it down. But we can't let it happen, can we? No, we can't let it happen. So, it's not good in Israel. But that's why Netanyahu had to come now, obviously. And I'm glad he did, because that speech inspired a lot of people, I do believe. And we need statesman speech. I know Trump talks all the time on his rallies, but it's not really a statesman-like environment, to give a really Churchillian kind of speech. But Netanyahu did that yesterday. He gave a speech that Churchill would have been proud to give. So let's hope it does some good. In the meantime, Biden is out, really. It's really Obama behind the scenes. Obama is really forcing the issue. And he sort of, in his suave, cool way, got Joe to step out. And they probably made some kind of deal in the background, because, Biden, they're hurting financially. They made all this money illegally, but they got a lot of court cases, and they spent a lot of money. And, he's got a whole family to support. So I'm sure Obama and the powers that be say, just step away nice and slowly, and we'll make sure the family is taken care of. So they made a deal, and then here comes Kamala. And, a lot of people are supporting her now. She got a lot of money from the left, all these crazy people on the left. A lot of the media is for her. A lot of Hollywood is for her. A lot of the woke people are for her. A lot of the extreme left, all these crazies. And she seems sort of crazy. She's always giggling. She's always laughing. And her background is not pretty. Her background is not pretty at all. I understand that her great-grandfather or something was a notorious slave owner in Jamaica, and that he was protesting to the English all the time to make sure that he could keep his slaves. and he was known for being ruthless. Huh, how about that? And I even seen BLM doesn't really like Kamala for some reason. They got some kind of grief with her. I guess maybe because she threw all these black guys into prison when she was attorney general in San Francisco. And she was busting all these black people for drug charges. And I don't think there were any major crimes. I mean, there could have been as well. But from what I understand, she was doing this to get to increase the imprisoned population in order that they could, the state, the city, could have cheap labor. So another type of enslavement. So she's an enslaver herself. It's ironic, isn't it? All this is very ironic. But it just shows the hypocrisy that's coming from the left. And they've always been hypocritical and liars. Demonic even. I mean, there's so much evil that's coming from, not that everything on the right is pure and righteous, but more so than the left, that's for sure. So we're living in very interesting times. And how many times can you say that? I guess more and more interesting, right? It's better not to live in interesting times. It's better to live in boring times if you want in a safe environment. But, a lot of things are at play. And but Trump is still out there. He gave a speech last night. He went at a rally in North Carolina. He's not slowing down. And they can't slow down because they can't take anything for granted. Because anything they can do, even killing him, they will try. Of course, the last attempt, they blew it, didn't they? And that was a setup. I mean, something wasn't right with that whole story. And the, head of the Secret Service, Chitley, came out in front of Congress, and she would say, nothing, I know nothing. It's often you get these guys, head of the departments, come up in front of Congress, and it's all a waste of time because they're going to just roadblock everything. I don't know, I can't divulge it, it's top secret, blah, 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 blah. Because they're hiding so much. They refuse to be transparent because if they became transparent, they know they would hang themselves, right? So, I mean, it's obvious it's the corruption. And if you don't see it, I feel really sorry for you because you don't have much working between your ears. Anyway, this is Robert Jeter on Blues and the News, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia. Just remember, love and peace is the answer, people, and hate is the enemy. So any way you can fight against it, please do. But stay safe out there, and we'll talk to you next time. So a little song I'll go out with. The Truth Is Out There. Yeah, maybe that's a good tune to play. The Truth Is Out There. Bum, bum, bum. These are all my tunes, by the way. Hope you enjoy them.
Ain't no need to play the victim, baby. Ain't no need to be down on yourself. 'Cause all your dreams are out there, baby. No need to read every book on your shelf. Yeah, your sea has opened wide. The promised land's on the other side. Yeah, they're out there. Your dreams are out there. Just be aware. They're out there. Your dreams are